All right. So we had a fantastic training session today. Today is Sunday, September 7th. We got to the gym very early. We had a max effort lower body session. We did some squats. Um, Worked my way up to a single of 265. Moved very well, very easy, no problem. Felt like there's a lot more in the tank, but not pushing it. We're just slowly grabbing those 5, 10 extra pounds at a time. For competition, I'd like to, get to the low 300s. So anything over 300 would be great. It would be a great beginning to getting back into competing. It'll be a good start. So we're being very conservative with them, making sure everything feels good. Got to get to the competition injury free and make sure I'm hitting really good depth and things of that nature, and we're spot on. Then we moved on to some front squats, um, safety bar, sumo stance. Good mornings. So my squat stance isn't real wide. So I like to then go on to the front squats, which mimics the same stance as my regular squat, and then open up with some sumo good mornings today, which is great because I'm going to be doing sumo deadlift in competition. I'm going to be using a sumo stance. And the good mornings are just great for especially the low back and the core. And then I moved on to some glute ham raises. Just did body weight, 5 sets of 10. I was already, by that time, I'm starting to feel it quite a bit. And I supersetted that with leg extensions, 5 sets of 15. So kind of hitting the backside, front side, backside, front side. Did some reverse hypers, put a little circuit together with reverse hyper extensions, um, decline sit-ups and kettlebell swings. Everything for 10, 5 rounds. So go jump right off the reverse hypers, right onto the decline ab sit-ups, right to a nice heavy kettlebell swing. And that was, besides hitting all those muscle groups, right? It was good conditioning to try to just keep that general physical preparedness base going, and some baseline cardio conditioning, which always helps. And then ended with some dumbbell curls and single arm farmer carries. So pretty simple stuff, pretty straightforward, but it was all really, I thought it was really effective. I came in, it was a little bit tired, got to the gym about 4 in the morning, didn't get great sleep, but the workout was great. And I wear the this Whoop monitor, which monitors your sleep and recovery and your strain and all that. And I'm gonna take a look right now. I'll tell you what my strain or my recovery number was at 32 today. So in the red. Sleep was at 57. So my metrics were terrible. Um, but I knew once got into it, I'm like, all right, feels pretty good. I didn't even need to warm up as much as I thought I would need to kind of hit my stride. So it just goes to show those are just numbers. You can't, sometimes people let those affect them mentally, like, oh, my sleep score is terrible, my recovery score is terrible. And then you make yourself feel tired and maybe not energized. No energy drinks, just had some black coffee and I was ready to roll. Kind of cutting. I've been the last couple months been kind of leaning on some energy drink. I just don't want those in my diet. I know they're terrible for you. Not terrible. I don't want all the artificial sweetener. I mean, I like them, right? Who doesn't want to go for like a, ice cold, like peach mango bang? They taste great, or a monster. But especially getting closer to competition, I want to try to regain my natural energy. I'll rely on just some black coffee and try to get all that artificial sweetener out of my diet, because it definitely over time it influences my taste a little bit. Um, and then on to Tuesday, I'm going to have a dynamic effort upper body workout. So I'll get recovered. I'm going to go for a long walk today. I'm going to try to get to bed early to try to, you know, those sleep scores and that recovery score. Yeah, it didn't have an acute effect on my workout, but if you run in that red for too long over time, it's inevitable it'll catch up with you. So I'm going to try to correct that today. All right, gang. Everything's moving along smoothly. We'll keep you updated and talk to you on the next one.